I still think there's a chance, but yeah, PH is just way too strong, man.
Like, okay, but how is this team gonna fare against the Filipino roster? I'm sorry to all the other regions, but right now, as an Indonesian, I'm thinking about the Philippines. Usually, we're always second to the Philippines. Okay? But yeah, we got a lot to talk about because, damn, we got a lot of news. Starting with, by the way, we're just gonna get straight into the topic here. Liquid ID being like they've revealed out of nowhere, out of the blue.
Yeah.
This is something that has never happened before in Indonesia, by the way. We've always had qualifiers. We've always had like player selections. We call it Selecnas. But this time they just revealed it out of nowhere on Friday as we were about to cast for MPO Indonesia. And Liquid Indo will be our representatives for Indonesia for the upcoming SEA Games and I believe for ISF, but I'm not too sure about ISF. Right now they've only announced it as the SEA Games lineup, the SEA Games roster. I'll get my take out, but I want to ask you first, Realize. Since
I don't know, I'm not a Liquid insider, but I've been hearing a few words here and there. But to be honest, for this qualification, I have no idea as to why this roster was picked up. But if I could speculate, I feel like it's based on merit because they were the team that won MPLID season 14, and they were the team that appeared in the M Series finals last year as well. So yeah, it sure raises some questions as to why there are no qualifications, because usually that is the case for every other, I'd say national events like the SEA Games or other stuff like ISF. But yeah, I think it's merit based, and as to why they are picked, yeah, no qualifications. That is still the main question mark that we have, I guess.
Right. For me, I really feel like the immediate question is, again, like, how did they decide, right? So regardless of who I think deserves to go, I feel like it's important that they actually get that information out. Because
Transparency.
if they just go and say, hey, it's because of the merit on whatever, people are going to be like, okay, I can see that. But if they just announce it out of nowhere, then the immediate question is like, how?
Yep.
And then knowing, our country, a lot of people I think are gonna immediately jump to like
Conclusions.
well, hang on a second, is there a conspiracy? Is there some kind of nepotism politics going on? And that'll be a problem, right? Because I think it has to be something like that. It has to be like something merit based. Because performance based, they've been looking kind of shaky. I don't think anyone was really expecting them to be the reps immediately, looking at their current performance. So which is why for me the main question becomes, when did they even decide, right? How they decided regardless, when did they decide it? Because if my concern is that the process to select takes so long. They did it a while back, and only now is it actually like official, and at this point like the performance is different. So that would kind of highlight another like issue with like how our country like selects the players. Honestly, that'll be my take on it.
yeah, I honestly think it's just weird. I think it's really, really weird. The fact that we don't have any national qualifiers. Usually, I think it's called the Hero Tournament. Usually, it's the Hero Tournament that we have in Indo, where we have some tier. Actually, it's open to everybody. The invited teams are obviously the MPL teams, but then it's open to everyone else. The third-party teams, the amateur teams, all the other teams are there. They can participate, they can qualify to the event, and then they'll have like a grand qualifiers. Whoever wins that, I think the top two goes to Selecnas, which is national selection, just like the Sibol qualifiers that you guys have in the Philippines. I think we are taking a step back from what we have done before. Meanwhile, the Philippines, I think, are getting better at selecting their national team. In the past, they've always just gone for whoever wins the national qualifiers, right? They'll be the ones to represent the Philippines. In Indonesia, we went from all-stars not even having tournaments, just a coach picking individual players and then like trialing them and making a team. That was back in the Zace era, back in the Onyx era, season 3, back when season 4 it was I forgot the entire lineup, but I think it was mix of Onyx and Evos, M1 Evos at the time. Now, I don't like the fact that it's based on merit. And I'm not trying to say that I don't like it because I don't like Liquid, because I think Liquid are definitely up there. They, when it comes to if they deserve to represent, their players are very high quality. I would say all of their members, every single one on their team, deserves to represent Indonesia. But I don't like the fact that, I mean, if it's a fact that they just chose Team Liquid because of the merit, because they are MPLID champions. They were MPLID champions of the previous season.
Yeah.
I think it would make more sense technically for it to be this season, because seasons change, teams change, their performance can dip, metas change. Right now, Liquid aren't doing the best in Indo, and they don't have to be doing the best. It's just, that's the question mark that I have. I still think though Indonesia has a very good, very very good representative in Liquid ID. This is a team that, again, were rookies just last season. Not even last year, last season. They were rookies. These guys are very hungry. They're definitely going to have a lot more hunger now representing Indonesia. They're not going to be representing Liquid anymore. This is Indonesia, a whole nation, their nation behind their back. So I like the fact that they've gone for rookies this time around. That's the plus point of what I see from the Liquid roster. And especially considering their form has been back to normal.
Yep.
I like it. Yeah. It's just the fact that I don't like how the qualifiers are. It's not transparent at all. We just suddenly get the announcement, but I like the team. Luckily, we like the team here. Liquid ID. Yeah, I think a lot of people in the comment section have been saying like, okay, but how is this team going to fare against the Filipino roster? That's what I'm thinking too. Because I'm sorry to all the other regions, but right now, as an Indonesian, I'm thinking about the Philippines. The Philippines is the team to beat. Indo is always second, third last time in ISF, but in SEA Games we're always second to. Well, yeah, we got grouped last time in SEA Games, so I can't talk about that really. But usually we're always second to the Philippines. Okay, and in this case with Liquid in against that lineup of Philippines, I guess that's the next talking point here. What do we think about our chances to get gold in the SEA Games?
I don't know. I do hope these youngsters are not pressured. I mean, they've been in the M6 finals. I don't think pressure is going to be a focal point of them. But I think I think it'll hit different because this time they'll be representing the nation. And, like when an entire nation is behind your backs, you know how harsh people can be when you underperform. So I do hope they don't get their nerves struck by that. But as of the chances of getting gold, I think it's too early to tell. I still think there's a chance, but yeah, PH is just way too strong, man. I don't know.
Yeah, for me, obviously, when it comes to just sheer mechanical skill, when it comes to power, looking at that all-star lineup of the Philippines, it does look like mechanically it's going to be a challenge. It's a big challenge. I'm pretty happy with TL, and I think we have a solid chance at gold.
I do.
It's fair to entrust it to Team Liquid and give them support, because overall they're also a team that that has adapted. They have a lot of ways to achieve victory here. They got individual playmaking skills. They got good synergy. Their coach is also great. It's not a coach that just hangs around, doesn't really provide much when it comes to the instructions, the drafting phase as well. He knows how to draft too, right? So I think overall it's solid. There's no glaring weakness.